Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Anizi with What If Naruto Had Isshiki's Karma Seal, the final part or part 3. So, let's get started. Naruto was currently sitting on his throne, with Yariko sitting on top of his lap. The two were making out. A few years has passed and now they both were 16, 4 years in particular. Naruto watched with sadistic pleasure as the leaf suffered. So my love, it's time for us to begin our plan. The Akatsuki have captured a few Jinchokis and the rest will be at the training exams at the Leaf Village, and we will attack the Leaf on the training exams to retrieve them, Yariko says. Yes, that is the plan, Yariko-chan. I can't believe I damaged the Leaf so much that they couldn't even hold the training exams in the last 4 years, and they delayed it for 4 more years. The Leaf were But now we will completely destroy them and everything they hold dear, Naruto says. Yes, and we will make that bastard Jiraiya watch as his superior clone Kashin Koji extracts the 9 tails from them. It'll be like he killed them. It'll be so funny to see the look on his faces as he is reprimanded or attacked for killing his own precious child of prophecy, Yariko says. Let us go, Naruto-kun. It's time for us to show these Mongols, the Akatsuki, their places in this world. That Pain, he calls himself God. Well, let me introduce to him who a true goddess is, and you will show him who a true god is. Ain't that right, my dear husband, Yariko says. That is right, Yariko-chan. How dare that Mongol, that little human, calls himself a god? Yes, because he has the eyes of the half-breed scum. I can't wait to show him his place. I wonder how funny it will be for the Sage of Six Paths to see the world he loves destroyed, Naruto says, as both Naruto and Yariko laugh. Alright then, let's go, Naruto says as Naruto and Yariko arrive in front of the Akatsuki base. Shinra Tensei, Yariko says, her Bakugan switching to the Rinne Sharingan, blowing up the base. Kara rushes at the Akatsuki, each overpowering them. Yariko walks up to Obito, making a chakra rod and killing him instantly. He didn't even suspect that. Everybody stared in shock, especially Pain and Konan. Their leader, Madara, was dead. You won't stop us. I shall achieve peace, Pain says. Shinra Tensei, he yells, as a shockwave sent the Kara members flying back apart from Yariko and Naruto. What? How is that possible? Pain yells. Is that all? Naruto says, laughing to himself. Honey, he's a mortal. It's to be expected. He's nothing but trash, Yariko says, making Pain get mad. How dare you, you dumb bitch. I am God. How dare you call me a filthy mortal? You're the filthy mortal. I possess the Rinnegan, the eyes of the gods, Pain says, as Naruto gets mad, seeing this little dirty Mongol, this his beautiful goddess, his wife. He will show this bastard his praise. Within seconds, Naruto is in front of Pain, punching Pain, sending him flying back, as he grabs Pain and punches him twice in the head, punches him twice in the shoulders, dislocating his shoulders, grabbing him by his neck, throwing him away. Pain then recovers and does some hand sides and slams his hand into the ground. Summoning jutsu, Pain yells, as several summons appear, but Naruto raises his hands and several chakra rods pierce them, as the other paths of Pain start to attack Naruto and Yariko. Before that happens, Pain, the Tensei path, Pain teleports back. How do you have that ability? That's a Rinnegan ability. You dare mock me, a god, yells Pain. Ha 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 ha. You, a god, that's funny. The chakra rods aren't a Rinnegan ability, it's a otsutsuki ability. In fact, all of chakra originates from my clan, Naruto says, as the two rush at the other parts. Yariko and Naruto taking them out within seconds. Now you die, Naruto says, as he forms chakra rods, sending it at Pain, but Konan gets in the way and dies. No, Konan, yells Pain, crying in rage and anger, but then a chakra rod pierces him, killing him. It could be seen behind Pain was Yariko, with a giant chakra rod straight through his heart. Is that all? I thought you would be stronger than that. Oh wait, no, I didn't. You're mortals, Yariko says. Yariko-chan, truly? You bring me to fight these lesser scum? I mean, I know none of the humans will even pose a threat to us, but at least bring me to fight someone strong. Was this all the power? Naruto says as Yaku hugs Naruto. Honey, there's mortals, you know that they're weak, pathetic, and dirty, Yaku says as the two kiss, but then they are interrupted as they avoid a punch from an angry Itachi. Oh my, aren't you letting out your inner Sakura today? What are you doing? Acting like an angry gorilla? Are you impersonating Sakura? Naruto says, you will pay. You will pay for killing the Uchiha clan and for maiming Sasuke, Uchiha, my brother, and the person who was meant to redeem our clan. How dare you? How dare you destroy his ability to reproduce? You destroyed the Uchiha clan. You didn't even stop there. You destroyed my home. You killed 70% of our villagers and shinobis, and then you destroyed half of my village. How dare you? I'll do all in my power to avenge my home, my family, my friends, my brother, Itachi says. Susanoo, yells Itachi as a full-body Susanoo forms. Itachi had been training to kill Naruto and to avenge his clan. Oh, scary. Oh, shiver me timbers. Fuck off. Was that all the power you have, a Susanoo? Please, a Susanoo is no threat to me. And what's that sword for? Compensation for the tiny dick? No wonder Uchihas have that. They're born naturally small. Naruto mocks as Itachi gets rage. How dare you? Uchihas are perfect, he yells. But Naruto wasn't scared as Itachi slashes at Naruto, but then Naruto's fist catches the Susanoo. Itachi, thinking he had won, starts to mock Naruto as the dust covered Naruto. How's that? Speaking big only for Uchiha elite like myself to kill you, Itachi says. Itachi in this past few months and years had developed an Uchiha superiority complex because he had beaten Pain more times in training. Itachi then looks at Yaku. I guess your boyfriend was trash, just like you whore. Perhaps I'll use you to repopulate the clan. It'll be a big fuck you to him, Itachi says. Oh really? Well, I wouldn't want to touch you, you disgusting little filth. But if I were you, I'd dodge now, says Yaku, only for the dust to reveal Naruto holding the Susanoo sword. Naruto punches Itachi, denting his Susanoo as he grabs the Susanoo sword and lifts up the Susanoo, throwing it. You know, this wasn't personal, but because of what you said to Yaku, now you made it personal, Naruto says before he squeezed the sword, destroying it. He then grabbed the Susanoo by its chest, smashing his hands together, destroying the whole Susanoo as he grabbed Itachi's neck. Naruto squeezed Itachi's neck, killing him. You took your time, honey, Yaku says as Naruto kissed her. I just wanted to let loose on that little bastard that dare called you a hoe and said that he would even think about touching you. He even dreamt that, he even thought that that was an insult, that was illegal. How dare he even thinks that, Naruto says as Yaku kissed him. You know that little mongrel can't hurt me, honey. He's such a weakling. Plus, I'm only for you, Naruto-kun, Yaku says as Naruto calmed down. The rest of Korra had killed the Otsutsuki. Yariko then made a chakra rod piercing Zetsu as she didn't want any of Kaguya's dirty remains, the person who had betrayed their clan. Naruto and Yariko grabbed the Gado Mazo, the Tento's husk, and teleported away. The rest of Akatsuki joined them as they went back to their base. That was so easy. To think those mongrels, those mortals would fear such weaklings. These little mongrels aren't even a threat to anybody. It's insulting to the word threat to use them as an example, Naruto says as he sat on the throne. Well, honey, you know mortals are weak. I can't believe that insect Pain had the audacity to insult me and claim that he would be better than me, and especially that Itachi bastard. How dare he says he would touch me, that disgusting dirty mongrel. And the way you defended me, it was so hot, Naruto-kun, Yaku says as Naruto blushes. Yaku then took a seat on her throne, which was Naruto's lap. Now then, Naruto-kun, let's have some fun, Yaku says as the two engaged in activities. They started to do it on the throne, but we won't get into that. We now go to a Leaf point of view. When Naruto did his paperwork, he was tired. It took him all these years just to stabilize the village from Naruto's attack. It had become so bad now. Many civilians hated his family. In fact, he had to let the civilians beat on his kid Menma and Mito. At first, He and his family tried to resist, but then the villagers threatened to revolt and put Donzo in charge. That was something he could not allow. He could not allow Konoha to go to the dark path, so he agreed, exchanging his children for the happiness and the good of the village. Menma and Mito first lashed out when they were attacked, but Donzo put seals on them, making them unable to use the Nine-Tails chakra or any of the chakra when going out for the regular beatings. Krishna was spared from beatings, but she was stoned over and over, and the villagers shouted that she turned against the leaf, aiding the QB in attacking them. It was hell, but then it got worse. For some reason, the Fire Lord had turned against him, his court refusing to fund the village. The Fire Lord had no choice but to comply and agree with his court's decision. What Minato didn't know was this was Naruto. Korra was an organization that controlled the elemental nations for years. They had spies in the courts. Naruto just ordered the courts to not support the Fire Nation, and just like that, the Fire Lord had no choice but to stop supporting the Leaf Village. But onto the village. The village had just only after these years just now stabilized, but the whole village was living in poverty. Long ago, before Naruto's attack, as they called it, BNA, the shinobi would prosper, but now they barely made enough to eat. Most of their money went to rebuilding the village. The clan, well, let's not talk about the clans. Actually, Minato would. They had it the worst. Instead of living in districts and compounds, they lived in apartments, because the Leaf couldn't afford to give such big space and pieces of land to a single group of people, because of how small the land was, due to the fact that the Leaf was now a small village. Most of the old land, the land that Naruto attacked, had become unlivable. The air was poisonous. The ground was not stable. Knock knock. Minato heard sounds as he saw Dryer enter the door with sadness. Normally Dryer would enter through the window, but now Dryer was just sad. His family, the Toadsa, had abandoned him because of Naruto. Naruto had also killed Dryer's grandfather figure, the elder Toad. "What's up, Dryer?" Minato says softly. "Minato, the finals will be starting tomorrow. I hope you're ready. The remaining Jinchokis will be here as well. Goro of the One Tails, Yugini of the Two Tails, Fu of the Six Tails. They will all be entering the exam, and B will be there as the Raikage's guards, while Menma and Mita, we know they will be there. We need to be ready in case the Akatsuki attacks. I will make sure that Old Man Toad's prophecy is fulfilled, even if he doesn't believe that I had no choice. Even though he's dead, I will make sure that his dream lives on of peace," Dry says, not knowing that Akatsuki had been destroyed by Naruto. "Yeah, Minato-kun, we need to protect Menma Mito," says Krishna coming in. "Dryer," Tsunade said seriously, "have you heard anything from about Naruto?" said Tsunade, with her face turning into fear when mentioning the name Naruto. His power was just so scary. Nobody was able to sleep at night. In fact, half of the village budget went to doctors so that they could try and find a way to stop the memories. The Yamanaka clan couldn't remove the memories, as when they came face to face with memories, their own PTSD would act up, stopping their mind control. In fact, some people got stuck in the other person's brain, so it was now banned from Yamanakas to use their jutsus on Leaf Shinobis because it was too dangerous. In fact, the Yamanaka clan was now useless, as their own PTSD would activate randomly. "No, I haven't," Dryer said, as this somewhat got them happy. They hoped that Naruto was dead. "Well, the meeting is over, so now let's just continue with what we were doing," Minato says, as everybody nodded. Dryer was on the way to his hot springs. Suddenly, oil hits him, similar to his toad oil. Dryer spots a man launching fireballs at him, as Dryer does hand signs, launching his own fireball, but the man spits several fireballs at him, burning him. "Ah, who the hell are you?" Dryer grunts out. "A superior," the man says, as Dryer rushes at Koji, and the two go into taijutsu. Dryer manages just to get the mask off. "You're me, how?" says Dryer. "No, I'm Kishin Koji, a clone of you. made by science to be better. I serve Naruto-sama, and his plans require you to be captured, says Koji, before a rocket fires at him. One of the rockets turns into chakra suppressing wires and wraps around him, suppressing his chakra, as he is then escorted to the Kara base. Jiraiya was in a cell. He couldn't move. These wires stopped his chakra flow. He couldn't move. His body was paralyzed, essentially. The man says something about Naruto. No, I must get there. I need to warn Minato. I don't know what's going on, but Naruto's back. Jiraiya started to bang on the walls. Let me out, I need to stop the demon. The demons are dangerous to leave, he yells. As he heard 2 footsteps coming in, the first thing he saw was a beauty of great caliber, a pale-skinned goddess, and beside her was someone that made his PTSD act up. Naruto! Jiraiya couldn't breathe properly as he was in so much fear. Just Naruto's presence scared him. Hello again, Jiraiya. Did you miss me? How's life without your toads? Did you enjoy having your family ripped from you, just like you did to me when I was born? Naruto says. Naruto, you won't get away with this. I promise you. I will get out of it and I will stop you. For Menma and Mito, Jiraiya said, getting courage when he thought of Menma and Mito, his beloved godsons. Oh, how funny it would be for the leaf to see you destroy your own godson and goddaughter. Your clone. You know he's at the village pretending to be you. Naruto says, so that's your target, Menma and Mito. Why would you attack them? They're innocent. They don't know any better. They're a child of prophecies. You can't stop them. No, they'll stop you. They're a child of prophecies, Jiraiya says. I wonder how funny it will be to see Menma and Mito hurt and betrayed by the one they call the Godfather, the pervy sage, as they extract the 9 tails from them, killing them. Naruto says as Jiraiya eyes widen. You're a monster. You're a psychopath. How could you do that? You want to destroy them? Why? Because we chose them over you? You're not a child of prophecy. You're naturally evil, yelled Jiraiya. Or else what? Naruto says. Or else I will destroy you, Jiraiya says, making Naruto laugh. With what? Your summons? Your toads? Oh wait, they didn't support you. You betrayed them. You will go sage mode. Oh wait, you can't use that ear because you need the toads. Oh, I know, you'll start spewing some shit about the child of prophecy. But too bad, that could only convince brain-dead idiots, Naruto says, as Jiraiya screamed in pain. He was now being tortured. That's what you get for hurting my Naruto-kun, Yariko says, as Naruto watched as Yariko sadistically ripped Jiraiya apart and then healed him, ripping him apart and healing him over and over again. He then watched as she made him watch gay movies, as she then made him watch Tsunade's clones have dicks, and then they touched up Jiraiya and actually, well, let's not get into that. Get away from me, Tsunade, you're not meant to have that. He screamed. Naruto laughed, but eventually they grew bored. Jiraiya wasn't that entertaining. His mind broke within a few hours of being tortured. We now see Naruto and Yariko entering the Leaf Village with several nation lords. This allowed them to skip the checks as the shinobis wanted funding, so they fought without annoying the Fire Lord and the other lords. They would be able to get some money. Kara had many lords part of their outer circle. It was funny how they were able to control the world. Yariko had started the previous 3 wars because she grew bored and wanted to see dirty mongrel insects fight each other. They took a seat on the Fire Lord's booth, which was one of the most luxurious. They sat on the Fire Lord's throne and his wife's throne, while the Fire Lord and his wife sat on the floor like dogs. Minato then flashed down. Yariko and Naruto looked at each other as they nodded. Ladies and gentlemen, today, boom! Minato stopped what he was doing to see Menma and Mito go flying back as chakra suppressing wires surrounded them. Holding the wires was Jiraiya. Jiraiya, what are you doing? Kushina yelled. Sensei, what the hell? Yelled Minato, who was about to flash them. But then, a huge boom was heard. Orochimaru was in the Kage boot. Alongside him was A and Oniki. As they took advantage of the situation and attacked, several shinobi started to attack Leaf citizens and villagers as well as shinobis. Suddenly, 3 giant chakra signatures were heard, and Shukaku, Matabi, and Gyoki were seen, the last few shinobis. Yariko appeared with the Gadomazo as she stripped through onto it, while Jiraiya stripped men a meter onto it. They started to drain the bridges into the Gardemazo. The other Kagis surrounded Minato and Kushina, who were going to try and stop the Gardemazo from being used. The shinobis rushed to attack the armies of Snake, as well as Cloud, Rock and Sound shinobis that was attacking the village. They had to defend the village. They couldn't care about the demon. Who cared if the demons died? Suddenly, a giant black chakra ball hit B. When the people looked to see who it was, the leaf froze in terror. "I'm sorry, Mr. Eight Tails, but destroying the leaf is something I will do," Naruto says, rushing at him. You fool. You tried to stop us. Stop trying to act cool," says B, as he pushes Naruto with his tentacles, but Naruto stopped it. Naruto grabbed the tentacles and started to fling him around like how Bowser does. Like how Mario does with Bowser Mario 64. He spins him around and throws him away. He punches B onto the ground, smashing up half of B's 8-tails form as it starts to reform. So weak, not even a challenge. No, die or surrender. Actually, you're going to die either way, so that I may complete my plan, Naruto says. Never, says B. Naruto got tired, so he made a giant cube appear, trapping the Biju, before firing a giant blast at B, forcing him to transform back. Naruto then strapped him onto the Gardemazo. Naruto then teleported to Yugato Ni, who's mad. "You killed B, Sensei," she yelled, as she rushed at Naruto with a giant blue flame, but Naruto just used his truth-seeking orbs to disperse it. He then kicked Matabi's head, forcing Yugato Ni to de-transform. Yariko had captured Gaara in the meantime, as all of them was now drained of their 9-tails chakra. Minato, Kushina, Tsunade, and the actual Dryer appeared. "You killed my babies," she yelled. "That we did," Naruto says, as Dryer was then grabbed by Minato. "You helped them." Unknown to them, Koji had switched places with Dryer thanks to Yariko's dojutsu. Dryer watched everything and he was horrified, as Naruto made it look like he betrayed the leaf and his godchildren. "Minato, you have to believe me. It was a clone they made. It was... Ah!" Dryer says as he was punched, with blood spewing out of his mouth. "I don't believe you. Anbu, arrest him," says Minato, as the Anbu arrested him. "Minato-kun," says Kushina. "Look," as Minato looked in the direction that Kushina pointed at when she said that, and they saw Mito and Mema crawling away. Thanks to the half Uzumaki blood, they barely survived. The chakra system was destroyed. Tsunade managed to heal them, but they had no chakra anymore. "I will stop your evil plan, Naruto. You destroyed the child of prophecies, and for that you must pay," Minato says, as the other Kagis appeared right beside him. "You capture our Jinchurikis. You're the Akatsuki. You will pay," says Oniki. "No, we're Kara. We killed the Akatsuki using them for our plans, just like how my girlfriend over there controlled the world for the last millennium and made you lot start the last 3 wars. You're nothing but puppets. They're mongrels for us to play with, your toys," Naruto says. "So it's that bitch's fault my clan's dead," Krishna says. "Naruto, how could you? You're an Uzumaki and yet you side with that murderer? The murderer of our clan?" Krishna says. "It's not just the Uzumaki clan murderer I side with, but it's also the Uchiha clan. It was... Well, actually, I was the one that massacred the Uchiha clan," Naruto says, as Sasuke got mad, his ring flaring up, as the Sage of Six Paths had visited him, telling him how to stop Naruto and that he needed to stop him and all about Naruto's plan. He couldn't believe that Naruto wanted to strip chakra from the world and turn them all into the chakra fruits, just so that they can be food for Naruto's clan. The Sage of Six Paths has healed his Sharingan and gave him a Rinnegan in his left eye, but it couldn't heal his precious foe. The Uchiha clan was still dead. "You damn demon, I'm gonna make you pay for killing my clan. I'm gonna make you pay for destroying my ability to reproduce. You're gonna die, you little monster," yelled Sasuke. "I had the Uchiha clan massacred as revenge. You know Kara has control over the whole village, right? And all of the lands," Naruto says, laughing. "How dare you," he yells. "But that's not all. Neji, Hinata, I had the Hyuga created the cage bird seal," Yaku says. "Those lesser life forms, they dare copy the eyes of my clan, is what they deserve," Yaku says as she explained Korra The kaguyas were horrified, and so were the shinobis, of how this one group controlled the whole entire world, of how this one crazy lunatic girl controlled the entire world, how she forced wars, how she forced the humans to destroy and kill people who were able to catch up to the Otsutskis. How dare you! My father died because of you, Neji says, getting mad at Yariko. Enough, I grow bored now. Yariko-chan, cast the jutsu, says Naruto. Of course, honey, she says. Oh no, you don't. I won't let you turn us into a chakra fruit, says Sasuke. So, the Sage 6 paths really did reveal our plans to you, but it's not like you could do anything. You're what? A quarter Otsutsuki? I'm a fool, Naruto says. I will stop you. I will destroy the shinobi system, and I will create a world where I will rule. A perfect world, Sasuke says as he dashes at Yariko. The shinobis dash at Naruto. He cuts them all down. Blood was spilled everywhere as leaf heads went flying, as mist head went flying, as rock heads went flying, as cloud heads went flying, and so did the sound. Minato then flashes behind Naruto, trying to punch Naruto, but Naruto punches him, sending him flying backwards. Minato-kun, yelled Krishna, as the chains rushed towards Naruto, but to her horror, Naruto's truth-seeking oaths destroyed her chains completely, destroying her ability to use them. The right Kage punches Naruto with his lightning cloak chakra, but only for Naruto to absorb his entire chakra supply, and then punch him, sending him flying, defenseless without chakra to defend him with one hand. But then Tsunade chakra enhanced punch was caught with the other. The chakra was drained from her as she too was sent flying, with all of her chakra drained. Naruto then sent the truth-seeking order to kill Orochimaru, while Delta killed Anko, and the rest of the Karo members had destroyed the village of the sound, destroying every single curse mark user. Oniki then launches a particle style, but to his shock, Naruto absorbs it. Is that all, old man? Naruto says as chakra robs appeared, piercing all of the Kages. Naruto then saw Yariko getting attacked by Sasuke. How dare you touch my woman, you dirty, ugly Uchiha, Naruto says, as Sasuke was preventing her from using the jutsu, so Naruto teleported in front of Sasuke, grabbing him by the neck, literally grabbing chakra rods and piercing his Rinnegan out. Ah, my eye, yelled Sasuke, before he had his arms cut off by a chakra sword made by Naruto. Naruto then threw Sasuke away as Naruto held Yariko's hand. The two then did the hand signs, chakra style. Great fruit emergence, they said, as every single human, Sasuke, Minato, Menma, Mito, Krishna, Tsunade, and the Kages, the villagers, the shinobis of every single village, turned into roots, as the Tento's husk, the garden muzzle, turned into a huge tree, and then two fruits formed due to the potential of the earth and the elemental nations. The chakra fruit has finally been formed. All of the humans were finally dead, and the chakra batteries that they called them, aka the humans, had been turned into a chakra fruit. Naruto and Yariko grabbed a fruit as both of them ate one of the fruits. Naruto's skin turned fully pale as his yellow issihiki jutsu got turmoil and rings in it. His chakra that was expanded to beyond that of a king. He became the first Otsutsuki god. Yariko also expanded. She became the first Otsutsuki goddess. The two then kissed. It was over. The humans that hurt Naruto were chakra fruits that had been eaten. The mission was over. This world was now in harvesting site for Otsutsuki to make potent chakra fruit for the clan to eat. We did it, Naruto-kun, Yariko says. Yeah, we did, Naruto says. Time skip. A little girl could be seen running through the halls of a castle. Grandpa, she yelled out as she came in front of an old man. This was the former Otsutsuki king. Can you tell me how Papa Naruto and Mami Yariko harvested the chakra fruit from the elemental nation, the first ever chakra fruit from the best chakra fruit harvesting site? Says Naruto Otsutsuki. Of course, Naruto Otsutsuki, daughter of Naruto Otsutsuki and Yariko Otsutsuki, and the granddaughter of Ai, the former Otsutsuki king, Ren Otsutsuki, and the father of Yariko Otsutsuki. I would love to tell you, my beautiful granddaughter, he says. But guys, that's all for this whole series. Peace.